If you're a beneficiary of a Florida trust and the trustee is refusing to show you information, very specific information, the documents, the accounting, the ins, the outs, the expenses, the income, the interest earned, they are violating Florida law. And if you are a qualified beneficiary, and that's a really important term, you have very specific rights that I want to cite to you. Florida Statute 736-0813. It's a statute. It's the law. Part of my job here is sharing with you the statute, let you read it black and white directly, because once you get familiar with it, you will understand that this is your law, kind of like people's court stuff. You should be able to read it, understand what it means, understand what the concepts are about breach of fiduciary duty. And the reality is, as a Florida attorney, what I try to do with these videos here is to educate consumers, educate people that might be clients at the front end. Maybe you won't be a client. Maybe you're just a consumer out there, and I'm going to empower you by pointing directly with the law to reframe your relationship between you as the beneficiary, the qualified beneficiary, and the trustee, the big brother, the uncle, the fancy attorney, the whatever, whoever the trustee is. But by empowering you with giving you the law directly, giving you the statute, I'm giving you what your rights are. I'm shifting that power dynamic so that when you are communicating or interfering or interacting with, I call them the professional class, right? The fiduciary class, you understand what the law is. The law that's specific to the duty to inform and account is 736-0813. It has a very specific, very plain explanation. Duty to inform and report. And here's exactly what it says. It says a trustee shall keep the qualified beneficiaries of the trust reasonably informed about the administration of the trust and of the material facts necessary for them to protect their interests. I'm going to repeat that again because it's really important, right? A trustee shall keep the qualified beneficiaries of the trust reasonably informed about the administration of the trust, and here's what's critical, and of the material facts necessary for them to protect their interests. Those are words you got to read and understand black and white. Print it out and highlight it. Shall, reasonably, qualified beneficiary. All of those things are important because shall is not a suggestion. Shall is you had better do it. Shall says if you don't, we're going to drag your butt in front of a judge and make you do it. Reasonably informed. Can't hide the ball, can't play games. I got to tell you, what I see often is there's this power dynamic, right? The rich uncle, the smart uncle, the uncle maybe the attorney, maybe he's a fancy Wall Street guy, but he's not fully appreciating that that dynamic that you've had your whole lives doesn't work anymore if you're trying to act like the big shot when the qualified beneficiary over here has these rights. I've had these cases over years, and frankly, the most heated and conflicted ones are this power dynamic. We've had a brother who was always the big shot, lording over everyone. He was the smarty pants. He went to Ivy League. He was the lawyer. He was the whatever. And he wants to continue that relationship in his role as the trustee or as the personal representative. What he's not getting or understanding, even if he's a big shot over here, is the fact that the statute empowers the beneficiaries over here to completely level the playing field. And really, again, it's that shock relationship that really gets this guy over here in trouble because these people over here have important rights. And this is where it goes wrong. But the statute 736-1001, and I'm going to talk about that in a separate video, which gives very specific requirements about what an accounting looks like. And then the other statutes that deal with the breaches of fiduciary duty and what can happen to these people when they breach that fiduciary duty. The call to action is this. It is to alert you to what these rights are, what your responsibilities are. Frankly, if you're a trustee watching this, understand what the rights and responsibilities are. If you're in the beneficiary class, again, understanding what those rights and responsibilities are, and follow this series if you've got questions about this.